Howdy, this is Credit Grinding back again with a arena cutoff video for Marvel Contest of Champions. Today I cover round 1 results for the Diablo and Electro arenas, then jump into some round 2 predictions. So first the results. So we've got a new all-time low first round cutoff for a new champion in the 5-star feature arena, coming in at 18 million. There's a number of old champs, and I mean champs that have been in the game for some time, that scored double this. I mean, 30 million before the holidays was kind of like a normal first round cutoff for old feature champs, old 5-star feature champs, and now we got Diablo coming in at 18 million. So to say there's a an all-time low hype level for Diablo goes beyond saying. And then even jumping over to the 4-star feature, where that cutoff was at 6.58, again, very, very low. Now, I don't know if that's an all-time low for the 4-star feature for a new champ, but it's definitely on the lower end. And then jumping over to the 4-star basic side, 1.65 is kind of what we expected for Electro, and that cutoff, you know, was right where, like I said, what we expected, what we see now for champs that have been in the game, even champs that have utility still, that are decent champs like Electro, Storm, Yellow Jacket. While they may, you know, there's plenty of new champs in the game, 4 stars. So that's why these scores are kind of even low, even though they're decent champs to have, especially on the some for these for Alliance War defense side. Now, jumping into the predictions, you can see, you know, I was expecting low scores for Diablo, but nothing this low. So it was way off with the Diablo 4-star and 5-star feature cutoffs. But when it comes to Electro, like I said, this is the numbers we kind of expected for a champ like him. Now we've seen it time and time again in the 4-star basic arena, so that one was right on cue. And so yeah, so kind of like I was saying, we didn't expect the low numbers, but that 4-star basic came in as expected. So now that you've seen the cutoffs, and we talked a little bit for the first round, we've talked a little bit about those first round cutoffs. Let's take a look at what kind of some past trends for the second round for similar type champs. Specifically for Diablo, I went back into the vault of historical cutoff results just to kind of get a sense of when we've had really low 5-star first round cutoffs for new champs and what happened in the second round. And here's some numbers. Again, nobody's anywhere close to the 18 million, but for some of the lower scores, like first round Wasp came in at 36 million, Venom the Duck was at 26 million, the Champion was at 36 million, Night Thrasher was a little bit higher at 44, but these were kind of the low end of the stick, if you will, for the four new 5-star champs in the arena. And you know, what we saw in the second round is that they all jumped. When you see from Wasp went up 8 million, Venom the Duck went up 10 million because it was already at a low 26, and then the Champion jumped up 4 million, and Night Thrasher even went up 11 million, even though he already started at 44. So I think what we can see here is the second round, there's usually a significant jump, anywhere 8 to 10 million on average. Sure, this is up 5 million for the Champion, but in the most cases for these lower first round cutoffs, you can see that big jump. And I think we're really going to see that with Diablo, even though there's not a lot of hype. Not a lot of folks really don't know where to put Diablo as a champ in the grand scheme of things, but it's pretty crystal clear that he was, you know, he doesn't have a ton of hype, but we can expect a big jump in the second round. Same thing with the 4-star feature. You can see that there was a jump for other champs that had a lower first round score. What was interesting is Killmonger and Corvus and Ghost, some of the decent champs, not decent, some of the better champs in the game, had really low first round scores for their 4-star feature arenas. Now, Corvus was around that same time when we saw some really goofy numbers in the arenas, as there was a lot of cuts being done by Kabam, pulling out a lot of people who were using third-party software, bots, etc. So that was probably what can be used to explain Corvus. But even Ghost and Killmonger, those were lower numbers. But similar to the 5-star feature arena, when there's a really low first round score, there's a second round jump. And even Venom the Duck, well, I should say Venom the Duck, there wasn't a significant one, but he was at 9 million already, so that kind of, you know, didn't expect a big jump there. Now with the 4-star basic arena, you can see for old champs that have some value today, there's usually a jump between round 1 and round 2. Nothing significant, but you go from that 1.6 range to 1.6 to 1.7 all the way to 1.7 to 1.8. So we can expect that same kind of movement here. And with the 3-star feature Diablo arena, you can see in the second round these scores typically fall. So now that taking a look at the trends, here are my thoughts for the round 2 cutoffs for the veterans bracket. Starting first with the 5-star feature arena, I think we're going to see that jump from 18 million to 28. Sure, there's not a lot of hype, a lot of interest in Diablo, but those numbers we always see jump. 10 million was the average. I'm going to say 10 million, right? We'll just stick with those trends that we saw and expect that 10 million bump in the second round. Same thing with the 4-star feature. There's typically a bump when that's such a low score like 6 million. Now, I don't think he's going to jump like Killmonger and Corvus, obviously, because he's just not that type of champ, but I do think we'll see a jump in the second round. Same thing with the 4-star basic. We saw with the, at the previous champs, there's that moves from that 1.6 to 1.7 range, from 1.7 to 1.8. So I think that cutoff is going to be right around that 1.8. And lastly, with the 3-star feature, that typical decrease we see between round 1 and round 2 for new champs, I think we'll see the same thing here, coming in at 1.2 million. Again, these cutoffs are all for the veterans bracket, meaning your account has been open for over 60 days. Now, those are kind of, and again, these predictions, these cutoffs, I think are going to be within 5 to 10%. So I always like to give a little cushion. And I think we really got to think about that cushion, the grind targets, if you will, with Diablo, just because we know we can expect a bump. So if you really want to make sure you get it, you better go over 30 million for that 5-star feature, 31. And who knows, it might even go higher because it was such a historically low number. But we'll stick with the trends and go with that 10 million with a buff. So I'd say 31 million should be fine. For the 4-star feature, 10 million should work. For the 4-star basic Electro, 1.9 million. And lastly, 1.3 million work for the 3-star feature Diablo Arena. Now, when it comes to the earlier brackets, beginner and intermediate, there's just not a ton of data. So these are just really rough, there's not a lot of historical data for me to do the trend analysis on, I should say. So these are just really rough ballpark numbers to kind of keep in mind, a rough target. I mean, I would push these numbers higher if you really want these champs, but this should just give you a rough idea of what we've seen from reported by other champs, reported by other players who have gone through these brackets recently. Not a lot, so that's why I can't say it's a hard, fast trend we can look at here. It's just some, information I get from time to time from the community on people who are going through these brackets. But anyway, for the 3-star feature beginner again, for your count is brand new within 30 days. 3-star feature, looking around 245 for Diablo. 4-star basic Electro around 800,000. 4-star feature Diablo 1.1 million. Now jumping to the intermediate bracket, you got an account that's been open for 30 to 60 days, or 31 to 60 days, I should say. 3-star feature around 525. 4-star basic Electro 900,000, and the 4-star feature Diablo at 1.5 million. So anyway, these are my thoughts for the second round of the Diablo and Electro arenas. Would love to hear your thoughts, or if you have any questions, someone down in the comment section. Be happy to discuss them with you there. Other than that, if you like this video, we'd really appreciate if you click that thumbs up button. If you like this and other videos I have on the channel, would really appreciate a subscribe. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great day.